was the end of a very stressful summer, and I was not at my peak. I'd been working 60-hour weeks. I wasn't feeling appreciated at work, and I said, that's it. I need a vacation. Can anyone else here relate with that? Everyone. The irony is that I was in the vacation business. We need vacations. They give us better health. They make us more productive at work. And studies show that the best ones are when we go further away from home and when we take more time off. So we should go traveling on vacation. Problem is, we don't get a lot of vacation days. Out of 137 countries that mandate paid leave, the United States is not one of them. The European Union requires 20 days of paid vacation. France and Finland get 30. Afghanistan gets 35 days of paid leave. So we should be furious. We're being deprived of our best days. There's a sad reality. We don't even take the vacation days that are given to us. In 2014, 41% of Americans didn't take a single day off. And that year we left 500 million days on the table unused. I don't get this. I love vacation. So much that when I graduated college, I moved to a ski town, and I pretty much made vacation my full-time job. Maybe people aren't seeing the value in vacation that I see. When I saw a study that said that people are happier when they're planning a vacation than when they're actually on it, I knew there was a problem. To illustrate this, let's go on a vacation together. So we start planning. We look for inspiration. We look at private beaches, always sunny days. And you see a gorgeous couple falling madly in love in the sunset. And you think, that could be me. I just have to go from point A, boring, stressful home or school, and go to point B, where the land is magical and everyone's happy. So we start our trip. Flight was only slightly delayed. Most of your bags made it. And then you get in the taxi, and you're pretty sure you got ripped off. Siete means $70, right? But the hotel pool is just as promised. You get to your room, though, and your toilet looks like this. So you're stressed out. You sit down in your chair, you pull out your phone, and if you're like 70% of people on vacation, you check your work email. And that really angers you. So then you go to Instagram and you realize, oh my gosh, my friends are having a much better vacation than I am. You are now experiencing what we in the travel industry like to call disappointment. And this is when your expectations are much higher than your reality. I asked my business school friends, why do you all like to go on vacation? And the overwhelming response was that they like to relax. Why would anyone want to go on vacation if that was your reality? My private equity friend says that she loves to go on cruises because she gets to chill out and do nothing. My consultant friend echoed this, and he said that his days are so hectic that he just likes to disconnect and do nothing. There has to be something more to vacation than nothing. What I was hearing from my classmates is that they were treating vacation as a painkiller to deal with the psychological stress of their work, when I could see vacation as a vitamin to enrich their life. But how could I convey this to my consultant friend? He spoke a foreign language, so I made a 2x2. And we decided that the best trips were both pleasurable and memorable. And we would plot the data based on how you would answer the question, how was your vacation? So the bottom left quadrant, we've got the one that we planned together. It's okay. And then on the top left, private equity girl's dream, all-inclusive trip. You say, but it's not a trip you're going to tell your kids about in 10 years. Now the bottom left quadrant, this is the danger zone. This is where, hypothetically, you have to spend the night with the Russian federal police, and then the next day on the way home, you get strip searched not once, but twice in Israel. Don't ask. The top left, that must be what we're looking for. Amazing. As I reflected back on my own travel experiences, I realized that the majority of my trips were amazing. But some were better than others. Some were more impactful. And I couldn't put my finger on what that was. No textbook on the tourism industry would be complete without a chapter on Abraham Maslow, psychologist who studied motivation in humans. He created the hierarchy of needs to say that people inherently seek self-actualization when they feel like they're reaching their full potential. And along the way, they must meet certain needs. And when they do, they're more likely to have what he calls peak experiences. He defines these as moments of the highest happiness, where people feel like they've found their place in the world. I sent these definitions off to the student body at the GSB, and I asked them, have you ever had any peak experiences? The answers were great. This is just a snippet. One of them was from someone who served in Afghanistan as a pilot. And after a particularly challenging mission, he said he literally felt a calming state of nirvana. This was impactful because of all of the responses I got. His was the only one that described a time when he was at work. And he was serving our country in Afghanistan. These are the moments that make life worth living for. When you feel so much joy and love and you feel like you found your place in this world, this is exactly what I was looking for that defined the amazing trips and the transformational trips. If we can't find these peak experiences when we're at work, when will we? When will you? Getting the most out of your vacation takes a lot of practice and a little bit of knowledge. And to help you with that, I created a framework, Gabby's hierarchy of vacation needs. And at the base, at the minimum, you need to disconnect and take your vacation days. Next, you need to understand that too many expectations are setting you up for disaster because things will go wrong. And when they do, you want to try and find a little bit of pleasure in them. But when the things go right, you want to make sure that those are the memorable experiences and you remember them. And when you do, you'll be set up for peak experiences. My trips have taken me all over the world, and so much has gone wrong. I have lost dozens of passports, literally. And yes, I've been strip searched in Israel. But I have also had those rare moments of joy and happiness where I have felt in wonder and awe of the world. My hope for you is that you have on-time departures and toilets that you're familiar with, and that you have many, many peak experiences along the way. I hope you enjoy your vacation. Thank you.